Hey everybody, David Henry here from Learn Stage Lighting, and I want to continue the series that I've been doing over the past few weeks on YouTube. You can check out the full playlist here, and I want to talk about why are some consoles seemingly so popular and other consoles seemingly not. In particular, I've titled this video something like, why is the Grand MA and Vista so popular and other consoles not? Because the truth is, and I've been watching this and paying attention to consoles now for like 10 years or so, even longer really, and when I first started in lighting, it always kind of intrigued me. Like, I worked for a production company that was like, hey, we'd see various things on the market and, see a company, maybe a distributor, bring something to the U.S. For example, CompuLight was big at the time with a particular distributor here in the U.S. And, they said, okay, this is like a Grand MA, but it's cheaper. So and it's good. So why is the Grand MA so popular? Well, I want to kind of dissect this, and it's all part of what I really like to talk about here a lot, which is, how do you find the best tools for you for the lighting that you need to do? Because ultimately, I don't care what the most popular is, and I don't think you should care what the most popular thing is, as long as you get the thing that's right for you. So, why are these so popular? When I've kind of looked back at the consoles that I've tracked over time and paid attention to and seen in the market, there's really two things, I think, that cause consoles to get really popular. The first thing is what I think happens to Grand MA, and Hogs to an extent too, is a console becomes champion of the industry, all the big guys doing the big shows use it, and therefore, anybody doing a smaller show says, well, if that's the toolbox that the big guy doing the big show wants, then I want that same toolbox too, because I want to do great things with lighting. And while that's not the worst thought process, it's also not the best, because at the end of the day, the tools that somebody needs to light the Olympics might not be the exact same tools you need to light a band or a church or something else. You might be able to use everything that console offers, but you might also be paying, like 10 times what you needed to for a puny little control surface. The second thing that I think I've seen really propels consoles into first place, that whether they deserve it or not, is when I think of Jan's Vista. From what I can gather, I think they advertised a lot and they really got in with the church market early on, and they showed that a lighting console didn't have to be a number crunching, number punching, programmy syntax nightmare, that it could be visual and fun. And because of that, they got a really big stronghold in the church market. And, Vista's owned by ChromaQ now, and I got nothing against it. I think it's too expensive. I really do. Just like the Grand MA, for most users doing small, medium, even large size shows, I think it's too expensive, especially if you're doing small shows. Because if you think about it, and I know this is a quote, this is something that I get from my friends at Onyx, my friend Matthias Hinrichs, who runs the Onyx development. He says, hey, I would rather sell you a console that does everything you need and more, but costs half the price of the MA or a quarter of the price of the MA. He doesn't say the MA because he's working for a brand, but I'll say it. I'd rather sell you what you need exactly, save you 3/4 of that cost, and then you can buy more lights or, buy a soundboard or whatever you need. And I think that's really the crux of this. When we think about it, we think about, okay, if you're looking for a console, what I want you to do, and kind of the point of this video, is that I don't want you to go and pull open the trade magazines. I love to read the trade magazines like PLSN, Lighting and Sound America, Live Design. I love reading those. They're great. They've got great information. But then you fold open the centerfold and where it's got all the big shows that are happening and the big tours and stuff, and they're all using MAs. 90% of them are. And the MA is a great console. I got nothing against it. I use it. But at the same time, for you, and when you're influencing a purchasing decision for whoever you work with lighting with, whether it's yourself or others, you could either go with an MA, and I've got a video about this that does a price comparison. I'll pop it up here, and spend like $6,000 to get a little dinky PC wing, or you could go, and they'll gladly sell it to you, or you could go and get a full console from Onyx or Camsys or Hog, and have a lot more to work with. So at the end of the day, I think it's really about, taking the time and the diligence, and this can be hard, to step back. Take a step back, and instead of just saying, okay, what does the person who's selling it recommend? You can take their recommendation, you can look at it, say, what do they recommend? But at the same time, what else is there on the market? What meets my needs? For example, I know various installers who sell a particular console with most of their installs. Whether it's an ETC or something else, there's lots of consoles on the market. And there's lots of good consoles on the market. And they sell the particular console they sell because they're really comfortable with it and it gets the results that their clients need. So I want you to just take a step back and think about, okay, what functionality do I actually need? And then what's the most cost-effective console that can offer me that? And then be sure to subscribe here on YouTube so you can get more videos here from Learn Stage Lighting. I want to help shortcut your way to making great lighting. And I want to do that by teaching you more about lighting. I'll do that here on YouTube, and also head over to LearnStageLighting.com where I've got a free guide to help you begin with lighting if you're just starting out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.